USAA knows dynamic duos can save the day, like superheroes and sidekicks, or auto and home insurance. With USAA, you can bundle your auto and home and save up to 10%. Tap the banner to learn more and get a quote at USAA.com/bundle. Restrictions apply.
The Dominic Carter Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
So if you take a look at my Twitter, at my X, at Dominic TV, you'll see pinned to the very top, see how Dominic Carter is dominating both afternoon and overnight radio. And it points to our ratings that are all the way up thanks to you folks. And so if you get a chance, take a look at that. And I got to say, I was in Connecticut last night, and I had a wonderful time there. I could see myself living in Connecticut. I like the big houses, like a diner that we went to. Only thing I didn't like, and I guess it's par for the course all the time in Connecticut as you go up, is that it started hailing as we were leaving. And so that part with a little snow was a little risky, and I want to thank the folks that came specifically to where I was at in Connecticut in terms of Western Connecticut. People like Michael. I'm going to post a picture of me and Michael a bit later in the program. The people that came over just to say hello that listen to the radio program. So thank you, Connecticut. Dominic Carter here with you. Boy, do we have a lot to get to. So this continues to get weirder by the minute. You already know what I'm talking about. The FBI has launched a fresh search near Nancy Guthrie's home, and the man that was detained for questioning last night, that individual was released after several hours of questioning.
How would you describe what happened to you?
Terrifying. Something I didn't do for something. I was being like, I felt like I was being kidnapped, bro, because they didn't tell me anything at the beginning. Until right now, all I know is that they show my in-law a picture of somebody wearing a mask or something, and they supposedly, it looked like my eyes.
Right. Okay.
And that's it. That's all I know.
Okay. Jeez. How do you think they connected that case to you?
I'll go ask them, bro.
Okay, so
that's something you gotta ask them. I can't answer that question.
Did they take anything from your house tonight?
No, I don't know. All I can say is they took my phone.
How traumatic was this for your family?
Very dramatic, bro. My kids are traumatized right now.
So again, this thing gets weirder by the moment. This, as a third Guthrie ransom note has been sent to TMZ, including a demand for Bitcoin in exchange for information on the person that allegedly did the kidnapping. Stranger by the moment. Attorney General Pam Bondi on Capitol Hill ripping House Judiciary Committee ranking member Jamie Raskin. Way to go, Attorney General, calling him, quote, a washed-up loser lawyer. Now, she clashed with lawmakers of each party testifying today, and we'll let you hear part of it as she goes after New York Congressman Jerry Nadler. We'll get to that in just a second. Mom Donnie wants New York lawmakers to approve a 2% tax hike on the wealthy. Good luck with that, Mom Donnie. Don't see it happening. But here's what I'm starting with right now. Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel does a skit, and the skit is titled, If You See Someone Brown, We'll Calm You Down. And it's all about the Super Bowl in terms of the halftime show and Bad Bunny. And so Jimmy Kimmel is basically saying, if you didn't like the show, it's because you're racist. Again, the name of his skit, If You See Someone Brown, We'll Calm You Down. Now, the reason why this is on my radar screen, among the MAGA people that he's talking about in the skit, you're going to hear his voice, happens to be our own Sid Rosenberg, who does the morning show here in New York. And Jimmy Kimmel is now taking a shot at Sid as well. He doesn't name Sid, but in the skit that you're about to hear, Sid appeared on the Fox News channel with Brian Kilmeade, and Sid made the accurate, dead-on point that outside of Lady Gaga, there was not one word of English from Bad Bunny. And so Jimmy Kimmel is now taking on Sid Rosenberg and folks of the MAGA media movement. Listen to this clown, Jimmy Kimmel, in his skit, and listen carefully. You'll recognize Sid Rosenberg's voice.
There are a lot of people in the MAGA news media who are still going on to still making a giant deal out of this halftime show, which to my eyes was just some people singing and dancing, but so many of them are so mad, I think they might need to be medicated.
Depression, anger,
Stupid Bowl halftime show, that's the focus of tonight's angle.
hallucinations, paranoia.
You see, all these foreigners speaking a foreign language with foreign flags marching into the camera like a caravan.
Involuntary muscle contractions.
This is supposed to be a unifying event for the country, not for the Latinos.
Sometimes it feels like your whole vida has gone loca.
Not one word of English? Not one word of English? One word!
If you're still screaming about the Bad Bunny halftime show, there's hope. Xenophoba. Prescription strength Xenophoba acts quickly to counteract even your dumbest, most deep-seated racist thoughts to get you smiling again. With Xenophoba, you'll be saying,
I love Bad Bunny!
Ask your Facebook friend who thinks they know more than a doctor if Xenophoba is right for you. Xenophoba. If you see someone brown, we'll calm you down.
Available at TrumpRx.gov.
Not funny, Jimmy Kimmel. Neither is it funny that you're taking a shot at Sid Rosenberg. I mean, come on, dude. Focus on your ratings, man. Ratings. Stop with the political commentary. It just doesn't work, Jimmy Kimmel. Sid Rosenberg and everybody else in that clip didn't do anything to you. So Jimmy Kimmel says, if you see someone brown, we'll calm you down. Translation, it's racist if you didn't approve of Bad Bunny at halftime. And it is absolutely ridiculous. Now, again, things are continuing to get weirder by the minute as the FBI launches a new, fresh search near Nancy Guthrie's home. The man that was detained has been released. And one development, and this is weird, because you have to understand that you have media outlets that want to be part of the story. Hint, hint, TMZ. And TMZ is declaring that someone contacted them yet again saying, we'll give you the person's name who did this, but first you have to send us a full Bitcoin that's worth about $57,000, $60,000. Now, it begs to logic. If you know who did it, you turn the person into the FBI and you'll get the reward money. I don't know, but this from the Fox News channel.
Describe what you got about 90 minutes ago.
So an hour and a half ago, we got kind of a bizarre letter, an email from somebody who says they know who the kidnapper is and that they have tried reaching Savannah's sister, Annie, and Savannah's brother to no avail. And they said they want 1 Bitcoin sent to a Bitcoin address that we have confirmed is active. It's a real Bitcoin address. As they put it, time is more than relevant. So we have no idea whether this is real or not, but they are making a demand. It's interesting that, Bitcoins fluctuate in value, but it's around $56,000 now, 1 Bitcoin, which is about the amount that the authorities are offering for information leading to the return of Nancy.
So again, someone declaring they have definitive information and they'll turn it over, but only after you give them almost $60,000. Who in their right mind would do something like that? You don't even know if this is a nut. And believe me, the nuts come out of the woodwork in situations like this. So I want to defend Savannah Guthrie here for a moment, the same way that Megyn Kelly is doing so. You'll hear Megan's voice in just a second. There are those that are criticizing Savannah Guthrie for putting on makeup in her latest video, referring to the hour of desperation. Did it ever occur to you that she put on makeup for her own mental sanity? Did it ever occur to you that this is a woman that makes millions of dollars to look good every single day? She's not the average person. She's paid millions to look good every single day. If she wants to put on makeup in the video while her mother is missing, leave this poor woman alone. Here's Megyn Kelly.
An hour of desperation. Savannah there, having a little makeup on, having done her hair a little bit. And, of course, you have the online nuts who are like, I would never, if my mother were missing, I would never put on a stitch of makeup. Okay, Savannah has obviously had the hardest week plus of her life. Those videos showing her incredibly raw without hair and makeup done are what's real. And as somebody who does the hair and makeup virtually every day, I completely related to that feeling of when things are really hard, you don't do it. And it's part of your depression, your sadness, and your inability barely to get out of bed. So the fact that Savannah's functioning, was able to drag herself in front of the camera the past couple of times to issue those other videos is pretty Herculean and impressive. And I saw her putting on a little makeup for the latest video as a very good sign of her mental health, because I think it's armor in a way. And if you can just like make an effort at whatever, looking a little nicer, like a little bit more pop in your lip and the color, it's almost like a sign of like, I will find myself again. That face that I present to the world every day, I'm still there.
And Savannah Guthrie is still there. And again, I'll say in defending her, folks, I'm like, no, you're not like Savannah. Savannah Guthrie is paid about $6 million a year. She's paid to look good. And if it makes her feel good, gives her some inner peace to put on some makeup and doing the video, who are you? Who are we? Who is anybody to criticize this woman? She does not know if her mother is dead. She does not know if a family member is involved. She does not know who she can trust. And you're going to criticize this woman because she put on some makeup? Why don't you go look in the mirror and focus on your own life? Time for a break. We're coming right back with your telephone calls.
The Dominic Carter Show. Entertaining and informative on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
So in a moment, I'm going to line 2, Barbara, in Newburgh, New York. But there's a controversy brewing down in the Village. There has to be a way to work this out. The gay community protesting after federal park officials, removed a large pride flag from the Stonewall National Monument. Again, this is in Greenwich Village.
In New York City, protesters returned to the Stonewall Monument on Tuesday after the pride flag that flies there was removed. The Stonewall Inn is, of course, widely considered the birthplace of the modern gay rights movement. Back in 1969, the bar's patrons fought with police that were harassing them, led by Marsha P. Johnson and Stormé and Sylvia Rivera. That inspired others to rally for LGBTQ plus rights. The National Park Service said it was following the Trump administration rules that only the U.S. flag and authorized flags can fly at national park sites.
But in respect for the gay community, there has to be a way to work this out. I've been down to that park myself. I remember years ago when it opened, and it was pretty cool to sit there, and you're sitting with statues on the park bench, 2 gay men or two lesbian women. different strokes for different folks. We have to respect everybody. Being in the park, I always thought it was wonderful whenever I'm down there. So I'm looking at this piece about, and I've already talked about Dayside, how the numbers have skyrocketed for the time that we're on. But I'm looking at this now here, and it says here the Dominic Carter show is on a serious upswing. Weeknights from midnight to 1 a.m., his share is up an incredible 75% over the past 2 years. His Sunday, 11 p.m. To 12 a.m. show is up a jaw-dropping 238% over the past 2 years. And then it goes on to say the people love him. It's a Dominic Carter thing. Well, it is a Dominic Carter thing, but it's a you thing because know you, know me. It really is that simple. Barbara, line 2, Newburgh, New York. What's on your mind, Barbara?
Hey, Dominic, I have something that's going to be very controversial. I think the suspect in Nancy Guthrie's case is a woman. I don't believe it's a man.
Okay, but wait, Barbara. Wait, Barbara, hold on. Are you on a speakerphone? Because it's kind of hard to hear you.
Hello?
Barbara, are you on a speakerphone? It's kind of hard to hear you.
No, I'm not on the speakerphone.
Well, it sounds better now. But anyway, first of all, Barbara, it's not controversial. You're like the 8th person to call me up and say that you believe it's a woman. And I think that's impossible. All you have to do, and I'm going to let you get your say, is look at the body features of the person that we see on the video. There's no way that's a woman. But go ahead.
Well, look at the nails. Millions of men have
look
their nails
manicured.
Well,
where are the breasts? Where are those things?
Those nails look like they're manicured.
No, I didn't say nails. I didn't say nails. I said hips, and legs, and where are the breasts if it's a woman.
You could have put padding on that suit.
That's true. You could have put padding on. But now what about the hips? That no woman looks the way that individual does. But anyway, go ahead, Barbara.
Okay, so eyebrows look like they've been made up or cosmetically done. Looks like a little bit of mascara on the eyelashes. And the other thing is, maybe that person at the camera was just a decoy. I have one other big comment. They said that Nancy was dropped off at her home, I think by her son-in-law. And then the garage door went up, and in a very short time it went down.
Yes.
Well, what relative or even friend wouldn't escort an elderly woman? I would always bring my mom.
I hear you. I got to take a break, Barbara. That's Monday morning quarterbacking, and it's not fair. It's not fair because, one could say that he watched her going to the house. That's just Monday morning quarterbacking. I'm not down with Monday morning quarterbacking. We are coming right back.
The Dominic Carter Show. Entertaining and informative on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Terrifying. Something I didn't do for something. I was being like, I felt like I was being kidnapped, bro. Because they didn't tell me anything at the beginning. Until right now, all I know is that they show my in-law a picture of somebody wearing a mask or something, and they supposedly look like my eyes.
Right. Okay.
And that's it. That's all I know.
Okay. Jeez. How do you think they connected that case to you?
I'll go ask them, bro.
Okay, so
that's something you gotta ask them. I can't answer that question.
Did they take anything from your house tonight?
No, I don't know. All I can say is they took my phone.
How traumatic was this for your family?
Very dramatic, bro. My kids are traumatized right now.
So the reporter asked him how traumatic, and he said very dramatic. So maybe he misunderstood. But so, Mark, you believe this is tipping the hand of the investigators. But I have a question for you, and that I just want to put out there. With all due respect to the local law enforcement, it's time for the FBI to take this case over. Why was it local authorities pulling this man over? But go ahead, Mark.
No, absolutely, unequivocally. I think this would create a circumstance that this country would not be able to handle. If this, like I was alluding to, if this person ends up being, even though the English is fairly well, or pretty well, if you will, if this person ends up being an illegal alien, and there's a very good possibility of that being a border state, Arizona, then we got a monster problem. Not a major, we have a monster problem in this country right now. So somebody might be trying to cover this up. It could be local, most likely local, because for the first time in a while, we own the DOJ, so they would be very...
Yeah, but see, you had me, Mark, until you start with the cover-up. Everything is not a cover-up, and that's a problem that I have with the right. Everything is a conspiracy. Everything is a cover-up. Thank you for the call. And that's a turnoff. Everything is not a conspiracy. Everything is not a setup. And, we on the right, we got to let go of that because we look like nuts when we say that every time for every single issue. It's a conspiracy. It's always the argument. Line 5, Miriam in Queens. Miriam, what's on your mind?
Hi, Dominic. How are you?
I'm good. Go right ahead, please.
Dominic, I'm Dominican, and listen, Bad Bunny did not represent me because I don't follow his value.
Okay, but wait a minute, Miriam. Don't Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, generally speaking, don't like each other anyway?
No, that's not true.
That's not true. Okay, all right, so go ahead. Growing up in the Bronx, around 1 million Latino people, that's what I always thought, that Puerto Ricans and Dominicans hate each other. But anyway, go ahead, Miriam.
Not me. I love everybody.
Okay.
Even you.
Oh, listen, even me. Okay. Thank you.
There was 3 things that this crazy guy and he did over there. Look, at first, Ricky Martin.
Wait, you said crazy guy. Wait, are you referring to Bad Bunny?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Ricky Martin and Bad Bunny. So first, Ricky Martin came out singing that Puerto Rico is not going to be another Hawaii.
Right.
Thinking that Puerto Rico is going to be turning to be like a separate state. And then Lady Gaga came up and she did some kind of ritual in his head, like crowning him like he's a Satan disciple, that he became a Satan disciple like all of them. That whole thing was very demonic, and it was very ridiculous. And me, as a Spanish, I didn't like it, honestly. I thought it was a disgrace, yeah.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Thank you. What I don't like is that for those of us that did not approve of it, we're all racist because we're not jumping up and down like seals praising Bad Bunny. Larry, Pennsylvania, line 2. Larry, what's going on?
Hey, Dominic, how you doing? One thing you said about comparing Bad Bunny. I'm not a Bad Bunny fan, but comparing him to Elvis, the original pedophile, is a no-no. I mean, that guy.
Let's not, Larry. Let's not go down that road, please. Let's. I don't know why you got to go there. Let's just leave that alone. I don't. What's the point? What's the point in doing that?
That wasn't my point. My point is about...
Okay, so why call the man the original pedophile? Why go there? Why do you have to go there?
Sex with a 14-year-old.
Wait. Larry, why do you have to go there? That's all I'm asking you. You couldn't have made your point without taking a dig?
All right, okay. I take it back. I'm sorry.
Okay, so what's your point, Larry? Go ahead.
So the country... so what do you think about the Big Brother? Like, they thought the camera was off, and here it is. They were able to dig that up. So, I mean, like, all of us should be concerned about that. Like, we all have Alexas in our house.
I don't know about Big Brother. It's part of the technology where it's all not erased. And they didn't get, if it was Big Brother, they'd be able to pull it up. They would have been able to find it the next day. It took them several days of expert work. And thank you for the call, Larry, to be able to find and pull this, back up. So, I don't see this as Big Brother at all. Again, here we go. Another conspiracy theory. Let's see here. Let's go. So I had my number one hater in New Jersey. Is he gone there? Okay. He hung up and then he'll call back and then he'll hang up and then he'll call back again. All very interesting. Let's go to Sandra in New Jersey. Sandra, what's on your mind?
Oh, good afternoon, Dominic. I felt bad that people are picking on Savannah Guthrie because she put makeup on. Give me a break, Dominic. That's so mean. I mean, there are photographers out there that deliberately will take a picture of some famous person when they're not looking their best. Why they do that?
Sandra, let me let you in on, because I know a thing or two about this. For all of us that's in the public's eye, they have great stock photos of us. They have horrible stock photos of us. And it all depends on what the editor, the point is the photo editor is trying to make. If they want a horrible looking Dominic Carter picture, believe me, they have the horrible Dominic Carter pictures. If they want a decent looking picture, they have it. But my bigger point, Sandra, and I'm going to let you finish your point, is this, and I see I have a call from Tennessee, so I'm going to get to the Tennessee call in just 1 second. Tennessee, stand by. Susan there. My issue is that people think that because you're in the public eye, that you have to put up with do you have your beat ready, Carlos? They think that because you're in the public eye, you have to put up with their bullshit. This is what they think all the time. And we don't. And Savannah Guthrie, and the logic is, oh, you make a lot of money, so you have a public responsibility to answer me, to stand here and talk to me, to entertain me. No, I don't. The entertaining is what I do on the radio. That's my business. That's the entertainment side. Anyway, Sandra, go ahead quickly because I want to get to Susan in Tennessee.
Really called to give Jessica Tisch a compliment because she appointed Cardinal Dolan as the co-chief chaplain of the New York Police Department, which is a welcome and an honor, in contrast to Mandani, who didn't even show up for the Cardinal ceremony.
But you shouldn't be surprised. Mamdani tells you every day he doesn't like you. He doesn't like me. But yet, unfortunately, he has these African Americans that he's completely conned, and they think that he walks on water. Thank you for the call, Sandra. He tells you every day that you're not his base, that he does not like you. What else more, America, does he need to tell you? Susan in Tennessee, line 2. I got a bone to pick with you, Susan. So we air in Tennessee, and I never hear from Tennessee folks. What's up with that, and what's on your mind?
I don't know, Dominic. I listen to you every day just about. I'm actually originally from New Jersey, but we escaped the Social Republic of New Jersey, moved down here. But I listen to you all the time, and I love you. I just wanted to tell you that also, but I wanted to comment on that woman that called in and said that a woman was the abductor for Nancy Guthrie. And the average woman could not lift somebody. Like Nancy Guthrie was 150 pounds and 5'4". The average woman couldn't tie someone like that up and struggle with one. Women aren't that strong.
Well, I'm not going to say they're not that strong, but I agree with everything that you just said, Susan. Thank you for the wonderful call. I don't want you to be a stranger. I want to hear from you in the future. The only bone I have with Tennessee, and I got a bone with Tennessee. Oh, it's hot in the summertime in Tennessee. I was in Memphis and we went to the Civil Rights Museum, my wife and I, and it was so hot in Tennessee, and I'm going to get in trouble for admitting this. My son's there, my wife Marilyn's there, I'm there. All of a sudden, my wife goes, Dominic, poof, and faints right in the museum because it was so hot outside. And I was so busy taking pictures outside. So that's the only issue that I have with Tennessee. The food is wonderful. Oh, the barbecue is wonderful, but it's hot. And I don't think Marilyn wants to come back to Tennessee after fainting there. We are coming right back.
The Dominic Carter Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
And the Tunnel to Towers Foundation final thoughts is I'm looking at an email from Susan in Greenwich, Connecticut, the Nutmeg State. And Susan says, it was dated just a minute or two ago, Dominic, yes, come move to Connecticut, but West End is too far. Move to Greenwich and you can be in New York City in 30 minutes. That sleet last night left a sheet of ice this morning. Hope you didn't have trouble getting home. Really want to congratulate you on those epic ratings. It is your, and she capitalizes the word your, moment. Susie, Greenwich, Connecticut, a.k.a. your new home. I don't know. I did like Connecticut last night. I did. I don't know. Inquiring minds want to know, but that sleet last night, it was serious. It was serious. Let's go to Rich, line 2 in Pennsylvania. Rich, what's on your mind?
Thanks, Dominic. You know, I'm suspicious about the real numbers of these hypothermia deaths in the city. They kind of do the same thing they do with the crime rate. They tell you that the murder rate is down, but felonious assaults and rapes are up. And I think somebody should go around to all the emergency rooms and find out how many finger amputations or ear top amputations they've had. And just because you survive something like hypothermia doesn't mean you don't have permanent damage. So these are statistics that aren't being brought up to us.
So wait a minute, Rich. Are you really telling me that our pretty boy socialist mayor, that he would lie? And even though 18 people that are voiceless in society, and that doesn't make it right, because that's why I went into journalism, to be a voice for the voiceless, you're telling me that the pretty boy socialist mayor would lie about the amount of homeless people that died out in the cold? Is that what you're telling me, Rich?
Absolutely. And absolutely. And not only that, Dominic, but the reason I'm thinking like this is I happen to know of a case where a person's finger was amputated because they simply stayed outside too long with their hand uncovers, and it only takes a couple of minutes because once the damage is done to the tissue, there's no reversing it.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I know it's out there.
Well, Rich, thank you. I'm not going to get into why we have this socialist mayor, because I've promised some of you that I'm not going to discuss that individual anymore, even though definitively that person is why we have this pretty boy mayor, and that's why that person is so silent these days. I'm not going to say anything. I'm done with that. Let's go to Roberta, Staten Island, line 4. What's on your mind, young lady?
Hi, Dominic. I wish I was young, but I'm happy anyway. Anyway, I want to say that they kept showing that potential the kidnapper at the door, but they never said how did he break in, because I heard them say that screen door was impossible to even penetrate.
Okay, but Roberta, do you think the FBI is going to tip their hand? Do you think they're going to tell you everything they know? That would be foolish, wouldn't it?
I know, but I'd just like to know.
Yeah. What you're saying is the public's right to know should supersede everything. And I'm sorry, Roberta, it just doesn't work that way. The FBI plays it close to the vest. You'll know when they're putting the cuffs on the individuals. Thank you for the call. Let's go to Richie, also Staten Island, line 1. Richie, what's on your mind?
Hey, Dominic, great show. I love your show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Two things.
Quickly, though.
That lady to call about Bad Bunny, that she didn't know he was speaking Spanish, and then said that she loved one of his songs. She knew all about him. All we did, and Bad Bunny, look how much traction. 3 days, we're still talking about him. If you don't like him, just turn it off for the 15 minutes. But Dominic, great show. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let's stay in Staten Island. Let's go to Larry, line 3. Larry, you got 15 seconds. Go ahead.
Roger Goodell missed a home run. It's the 250th anniversary of the United States of America. Should have had a halftime show reflective upon the anniversary and the achievements of the American people.
All right. Thank you, Larry. Folks, I want to tell you this. Please support America's military and first responder heroes. Donate $11 a month and amplify your impact by donating your car or land. Go to T2T.org. I'm back live at midnight.
Thanks for listening to The Dominic Carter Show. You can hear The Dominic Carter Show weekdays at 3 p.m. and Monday through Thursday at midnight and Sunday starting at 11 p.m. on 77 WABC. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends and listen anytime at WABCRadio.com and download the WABC Radio app. Hit that subscribe button on all major podcast platforms. Plus, follow WABC on social on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. See you next time for a new episode so you never have to wonder, what the heck is going on here?